Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. This time it's called the Poppy, because it's part of my flower series, where I try to build houses that are inspired by flowers, plants, or trees. The hell, I don't even care anymore. And you guys can always vote what flower, plant, or tree, or whatever can grow on this planet is up next. So write it in the comments down below. And yeah, some of you have voted for the Poppy or have asked for a Poppy build. And I actually really needed a house for my new Let's Play. Because for my Alienation Let's Play, I wanted my Earth to be very fancy, whimsical somehow, really like Disney-esque, I would say. So I used all my flower builds in the neighborhood. And I needed one more, and that's the Poppy. So you will also see that one in my Let's Play called Alienation, if you are into that and want to see what's going on in there. There's also a little thing with it built, because there is a hidden basement, I would say. You can't see it in this video because I've especially cut it out of this video. You won't see what I'm going to do in the basement. If you want to know what's going on there, it's kind of a horror, creepy build. Then you can either download it and find out, or watch my Let's Play and find out there. Or you wait till the video about this is coming up, because I'm doing like a special video for this too. Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you what's in the basement, but maybe some of the more avid simmers and like using the ones that use my builds in their game, they can maybe spoil it in the comments for you. So maybe you scroll down and see if somebody did the fan service and wrote it down what's going on there. But yeah, it's the Poppy. So the poppy flower is red, has some black stuff in the middle. I don't know what's the English word for that. Pollen, I guess. It's like the pollen stuff, you know, yeah. That's black and green, yeah, like every plant, green stem. And that's what I wanted to use here too. So it's red and black and white, because white's always a nice base color. And I wanted to have it look more of a, yeah, is it like a Victorian, suburban American stuff? I have no idea. I don't think that it's like a specific kind of style. It's like a Disney style with lots of different, you know, architectural styles and ages put together, so it looks good. But I don't think that this is like a typical Victorian style, for example. So yeah, I really can't say. Also, I want to tell you guys that I'm currently in Spain visiting my family. So if you hear some screeches, like I really literally mean screeches in the background, that are the two cockatoos we have. And they have, yeah, some lack of attention right now, so I think they will screech sometimes. So I'm not strangling them, that's just how they, what these birds do. Maybe those who have parrots or cockatoos or some kind of birds, they can relate to that. So yeah, I'm really not doing anything to them, they're fine. Just in case you hear something weird, that's the cockatoos, not me or like somebody that I've hidden in my basement or something. Yeah. So the Poppy build is, yeah, it's a very huge family build. There are lots and lots of bedrooms, so you can even have more than 8 Sims living there, but they have like, let me guess, two children's bedrooms, 3 double bed, master bedrooms for adults. So yeah, it's like totally furnished, of course. And has this very whimsical, overly decorated vibe, I would say. I really like the red because it's like a really bright color that always catches your eye. And that was pretty cool. I also could use, again, the timber framing from the Get Together expansion pack. I always loved the timber framing wallpaper. So amazing, it's so versatile, and it can make your build so much more detailed with, yeah, only the change of wallpapers, which I always like to do. And yeah, it's just, I mean, it's like always weird to do voiceovers and like talk about a build that you can actually see in the video. So is there something special besides the basement? No, there isn't. There definitely isn't. It's like, it has a living room, it has a kitchen, it even has a foyer, I guess it's called. Yeah, an office and all that stuff. So a really nice garden. I couldn't couldn't make like the garden pretty big because yeah, it's like on this lot that you can see right now, and that one isn't really big, and it has to be there on the slot for my alienation let's play because that was like the only lot left then for that. But yeah, I hope you like it, guys. And now I've run out of things to tell you. Do I have like a nice time here in Spain? Yes, I do. It's quite hot here, and I've talked about the hot weather like a couple of times in my videos and that I can't cope with it as a German and that it's too hot. But the heat wave is apparently over, but for me it still feels like a heat wave. So yeah. But the funny thing is, like, my boyfriend is coming next Tuesday. I'm still here alone with my parents, and he's coming next Tuesday, and he hates it. Like, I even hate the heat, but he hates it, like definitely hates it. And the funny thing is, because he knew that there's a heat wave, or that there was a heat wave, he was like, yeah, it's actually pretty good and coming so late to the party because he hates to sweat and all that stuff. And on the day that I fly here, I come here and my mom picked me up from the airport, and she was like, I was like, oh, it's pretty hot now. No, like, it's a heat wave, and even like some other Spanish SimTubers have told me it's a heat wave, you are going to enjoy it. Like, ironically. And she said, no, it's actually pretty good today. And I like, yeah, it's pretty cold. Like, not cold, but for a summer day it's cold, it's not the heat wave anymore. And I texted my boyfriend, and he was like, yeah, because the heat wave is in Germany now. So it's even hotter in Germany right now than here at the coast, which is so funny. And so, yeah, he has a heat wave now and I haven't, which is cool. This is amazing. I am enjoying it very much. Also, if you want to see nice pictures of cute little kittens and the cockatoos and me and my family, then you can join me on Snapchat. I even introduced my mom today to Snapchat, and she was like so intrigued, like, oh, all those cool filters. That's really much fun. And now she has a Snapchat account too, but I'm not telling you, of course, which one it is. So my Snapchat is Simproved, of course. You can add me or like that. If I share something, I'm not like a very frequent sharer of snaps, but in the evening when I have time and I think about Snapchat, you know, then you will probably get something or see something on my story, I guess it's called there. And yeah, I think it's like always hard to talk about a build because you can already see like everything that's going on. But like every flower build, I made it like very overgrown. There's like lots of vines climbing over the exterior. Also, I will use lots of red flowers. Of course, we don't have a poppy flower, or at least I haven't found it in the Sims 4. So there's no poppy flower in the Sims 4 till now. Maybe we get one in another update or pack somehow, which would be cool because I actually really like the poppy as a flower. And also it's very decorative. Only if you like have one poppy, to have it like in a really small vase, it can look really cool. So maybe that would be cool if we would have like it as a decorative object somehow. That would be really nice. So yeah, the poppy is a cool plant or like a cool flower, and I was really happy that you guys voted for it or like wished for the poppy build. And I hope that those people who wished for it, that they like the house and that it kind of looks like a poppy house. I don't know. I mean, it's like such an abstract idea to do flower builds. But yeah, it's red and white and black, and therefore I think it looks a little bit, maybe could be inspired by poppy. So in the interior design, I started with kitchen, like always. I love doing the kitchens. So you have like a kitchen island with a sink there, some bar stools so they can sit and eat there. But don't worry, they will also get a nice fancy dining room because like the whole house is pretty huge. It's like a big, isn't like a mansion. I mean, when does a house become a mansion? I don't know. How many rooms do you need to have, mansion or villa or whatever? So yeah, that would be interesting if you would clear that up for me in the comments. It's always nice to learn something about the English language and where some terms are used and when not. So yeah, I would be grateful for that. I cluttered up the kitchen. It's basically, yeah, all in white. I used white counters and all that stuff. For the contrast, of course, I used the black. Am I going to use the black wooden floor? It has been quite a while since I've done that build. due to my vacation planning and all that stuff. So currently I have to do the voiceover now here in Spain. So yeah, I can't remember so well, but you will see and I will see because I'm watching over the video right now. But yeah, white counters, I know that that one will stay, and also I will use that theme quite often. So you will see lots of black furniture, lots of white furniture, and yeah, some red furniture in one of the bedrooms. So that's a really cool bedroom. And the people living there in the Let's Play are the Goths. I know you guys love that name. I love to pronounce that a lot. Goths. Oh my god. But yeah. Those are for those people who are not so firm with the Sims universe, but the Goths. I hate that name. I hate that name. But those people, let's just call them those people, that family has been part of the NPCs since The Sims 1. So if you play The Sims, you have like different families already living there in your, you know, little town. And the Goths are in every single base game. And I moved them over there and even gave them like more daughters because, yeah, I need some more females for my Alienation Let's Play. And also I had so many like teenage and children's bedrooms that, yeah, they had to be used somehow, so that's why I even like gave them more children. I think it is very suiting for the Goths because like they are pretty, yeah, wearing gothic clothes, I would say, like red tones and black tones, so they are absolutely suiting for this build. When I was building this house, I wasn't thinking about like moving them in there, but when I was ready, like doing the voiceover, I just tested if I can move there. And yeah, it all works. So that was like an idea that came after the whole build and the whole video editing. So yeah, in the Alienation Let's Play, the Goths will live there. I've moved them from their old black mansion into that one. I think it looks prettier than their old mansion, like from the base game. So I think they have improved, and they will also afford it. So if you yourself want to use that house, not for your own Sims, but for the Goths, they have enough money to, yeah, move in there. So that's also a plus. You don't have to cheat. So the next room was like the living room. I used white here mainly. And the idea for that was because, yeah, the basement is a little bit creepy. I don't want to tell you what is in the basement, but the idea was maybe inspired by the American Horror Story. I don't know which season, I guess the third season was Coven with the witches, and they are living this really white interior designed house. This is like an adjective that I can use, interior designed, but I use like lots of white in the, yeah, interior design of the house. So I was thinking about that and thought that would be cool. Maybe I will even do like a build of that, and if I find like some layouts and sketches from the house of the series, then I maybe will do that. That would be really cool because, but it's like interior design wise really boring because all is in white. But I was thinking about that while I was doing the living room. So yeah, that one is all in white with a fireplace. I also will use like lots and lots of these old-fashioned portraits, yeah, hanging everywhere. And I will also use the spooky stuff portraits, which are pretty cool. So if you have like the spooky stuff pack, then you get 3 portraits of Sims, like old paintings, and they change sometimes. So yeah, that's really cool. So one is like a vampire, and if you don't look, or if your Sims are not like in the room, they look normal. And yeah, it's like really, really cool. I absolutely love those portraits. That's a nice spin to give to that creepy house, and it's hidden, like their hidden history in the basement. But yeah, it has a couple of pretty fancy bathrooms. I use the black and white counters here. Brass is the color of the metal that's going to be used for the sinks, and you know, like the bathtub if there's a bathtub. We'll also use in some of the bathrooms the floor decoration for the pools. I guess it's a floor decoration for the pools, but you can place them anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the pool. And I think it looks really fancy, and it's like a pattern that you can't create with the floor tiles that you have in The Sims 4. And it's not a rug, so it kind of looks really cool on like tiles and something. Yeah, that's what I will use in some of the bathrooms. It looks really, really cool, and I can recommend you to use that maybe in your old mansions and all that stuff. It looks really nice. Also, I'm thinking and planning like in a collab to use that a lot, but I won't tell you about anything about that yet. Next off was, I have like a dining room that's pretty cool. I made it an 8-seater because I think like, yeah, lots of Sims can live there, at least 8. I mean, there's so much space in there. And it looks pretty cool because it has this octagonal round shape. Kind of looks really royal somehow. Like the whole interior design is pretty old-fashioned. And yeah, with the white and dark black contrast, it looks pretty cool. Also, you can't do anything wrong if you have black and white and then just one color, which is something that I try to do like a lot. And I think it is, yeah, it makes stuff easier. So if you have like some problems with color coordination, then I will always recommend you to make one color white, gray, or black. Like everything that is on the gray scale is always good with one or like multiple colors, because actually white and black are not considered colors. But yeah, that would be too much color theory now, but it's yeah, working. So if you have any problems with that, that would be like a nice thing to start maybe with. And I think it makes it more calm sometimes. So dark colors always makes it more comfy, but can also make the space very little. And brighter colors always make the rooms bigger or appear bigger and calmer and yeah, more open and all that stuff, but also very clean and clinical somehow. So you have to be careful mixing them with nice colors, for example. So that is something that you can do. Also downstairs there's this nice foyer I was talking about, because like back then usually like the butler opens the door for you, and then you say who you are and say with who you want to talk to, and then they sit you into the foyer and tell you to wait until the respectable person is coming down and will talk to you. So they have this waiting foyer room. I thought that would be really cool. Also, there's a hidden door to the office, so maybe like if the gentleman of the house is like working the office, he can like sneak into the foyer and say, hey, psst, do you want a glass of cognac? Or nectar in this case. So yeah, I thought that would be funny and has like some detail, or like more detail. Yeah, that was like one idea. And the foyer is like pretty creepy. It's just like totally black and dark colors. I also was imagining that maybe like after dinner, the gentlemen and lords, you know, usually like in Downton Abbey or something, they always go to the library, and I don't have a library room, but I thought maybe they smoke their cigars after dinner there and talk about business or something. And yeah, that was like the main idea of the foyer. If you find that like kind of funny or funky looking, that was the basic idea of that, because some like lots of old houses have that in their building structure, I would say. And I think it looks cool and it's like a nice idea, because I wanted, back then when I was building this, I wanted like an old-fashioned, old money, rich family living there with like lots of secrets somehow, like a mysterious old mansion that looks also very whimsical and happy somehow from the outside. So yeah, that was like kind of a challenge to do that, but it was absolutely a must for the Let's Play, because if I do like everything in happy and I don't know, like in the Simsish cartoonish style and like super, I don't even know, how is it called, like not R-rated, like for children as well, I think it will get boring. So I will also apologize already if I say like a curse word in English sometimes in my Let's Play. I also say that sometimes in my speed build, so yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm like older, and if you are disturbed by that or your parents aren't like okay with that, then yeah, that's how it is, I guess. So yeah, that is the house, I would say. Upstairs there are like several bedrooms. A white one, pretty fancy with a fireplace, all in white. I used some ottomans and stacked them into the armchairs, which is looking really, really cool. I will use that throughout the build because I think it looks kinda old schoolish. There will be a teen room or like a teen girlish room with white and pink, and also for girls. Like I imagine they only have girls because yeah, it was before I moved the Goths in. So one of the kids' bedrooms, no, not even one of them, they are all like white and pink because I like white and pink for like girls. But yeah, I thought it looks pretty cool. Also, there's like always an option for everything, like in blue or something. If you use like a boy living there or something, you can easily change like the color options there. I mean, no problem. You can always change everything about my builds if you use them. I've also playtested it. They can survive in there, but I couldn't like playtest every bed, every corner, every seating area. So if there is like some problems with that, write it in the comments and I will try to help you if you can like use a cheat or something to get that away, or if you have to move something. So yeah, that could always happen because I use the move objects cheat a lot, and that is like stuff that happens just like in the game. But I can use actually every bed. I guess I've tested that, and the kitchen is like working, and the bathrooms of course. So yeah, and there's also black and red themed bedroom. I imagine that is the bedroom of maybe like the lord and lady of this house, or like, I don't know, like the parents of the people living there, like old-fashioned. And because of the basement, I wanted to have like one creepy looking bedroom, and you will know what I mean, yeah, if you look into the basement. I know I'm like hyping the basement all the time right now for the big reveal. I'm so sorry guys, but I will do that in another video for you. It will come, of course. That's basically the build. I hope you like it guys. It's of course down below in the video description if you want to download it. Write me in the comments what kind of flower you want to see next for the flower series, and enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!